Alex Kendrick is Sophocles. It's how it should be. Everything patches up. Just like almost like an Alfred Hitchcock film. Martin Scorsese's like Euripides, same with Woody Allen. Probably maybe even Coppola. They're kind of Euripides. It's how it is. Definitely Scorsese. Okay. Aeschylus, George Lucas, maybe even David Lynch. Real pretty lights, real pretty scenery, but also awe-inspiring to look at, just like Star Wars or a David Lynch film or something. There's different types of approaches to a story. Going for the 0 calories for caffeine and for a treat. And we got some replenish. And this right here, packed with vitamins, low sugar, high protein, 20 grams, about 200 something calories. All right, one little monologue and then we get to the play. Got my little Addams Family hand, The Thing. It's a good movie, Christina Ricci. So once again, these Snickers, I highly recommend them. 20 grams protein, 4 grams of sugar. I think it comes to 220. Nah, I'd say it's to 240. But it does have calcium. It's got calcium in it and it's packed with vitamins. So I think it's 15% calcium. Just wanted to say I like them. All right, onward. All right, another night of delivery. We're gonna head back to see Linda and Kitty. Just give me a second. I'm currently vlogging, just give me a second. I know, just give me a second. Human behavior, just give me a second. Bjork, got it. Okay, just human behavior. I want to talk about it in a minute. We got some pizza. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Where's Kitty? Okay. Kitty, come on. Here we go with today's kitty. Come on. Here we go with today's kitty. We're gonna go ahead and give him something. Let's not, on this one, let's, let me see. I'm sorry guys, just give me a second. Yeah, we got this one. Okay. Do we have any clean? Is that halfway clean? Okay. I'm sorry about that. All right, kitty. Here we go with today's kitty. One kitty. With 9 lives. Each life has a number. Numbers 1 through 9. Pick a cat food. Oh, look at this. Portions Iams. It's chicken recipe indoor. It's cuts. So you should like it. Swirl the cat food. Swirl the cat food. Pick a cat food. And today's cat food is Iams, chicken style cuts. Still working on it, kitty. Still working on it. Can you hold the bottom of that, sweetie? I appreciate it. Thanks for being a trooper there. No, I know. There we go. Oh, you just, well, he's gonna get doubled. Okay. Well, I didn't know. You should have spoke up. Maybe he needs some ions. He's gonna turn up to it. He may not like it. I don't know. Let's see. And then this is ions. Yeah, save a little bit for him. Here we go. He's gonna probably get some of that. Yeah, that's ions. Chicken tender. Is it say cuts on it, right? So it's cut. That's how he likes it. All right.
Cuts and gravy, chicken recipe.
Cut. All right, guys, this is dinner. Linda made it. Thank you. Well, she didn't make it. Well, this part she made. The part, okay. She made the French fries. Okay, now, I'm not gonna eat this yet. I have to work on the play first. Then after I'm finished, then I'll have it. Okay, if you guys were wondering. So I'll work on the play and then I have dinner. Here it is. Is known as a non-verbal. Non-verbals like or tuh. This one's It's a non-verbal. It's still a word. It's still a verbalization. It's known as a non-verbal word. But the whole play's not that way. It's got words in it. Okay. And there's mime too. Well, if they play it with the cat being invisible, there'd be required some mime to mime the cat. Meaning the cat wouldn't be there, it'd be invisible, and you would mime petting the cat. Now, here's another thing. If a person plays the cat, then that's going to take some training and theater movement, because they would act and behave like a cat. And if it was a real cat, that's going to take training as well to use a real cat. And the actors would have to train around the cat, and then have to bring in a planted audience, so the cat would be used to people being around on set, especially if it was a 300 audience, you know, or 1,000 people or whatever. The cat would have to get used to that. So free nights, rehearsals, stuff like that, I could bring them in that way. Being a playwright, I'm real weird with decor. I got this little lantern. I'm gonna right next to the lantern, kind of Sam Shepard style. I'll show you what it looked like. Dog and the neighbors patio begins barking for 30 seconds or so. She stands there imitating the dog bark. She stands there imitating the dog barking. Lights down. That's the scene right there. It's officially scene 16. I numbered them at the beginning part. I didn't do that in the play because I knew I like to add stuff with the cat and things. So here was just for organization. You can see the dog in the neighbor patio begins barking. We can show it from a window. We could talk about it, but it's just a dog barking. A dog in the neighbor's patio begins barking for 30 seconds or so. She stands there imitating the dog barking, lights down. Because it's gotten longer, we're gonna do just a scroll vlog. So we'll scroll through it. You guys wanna stop and start, you can. The second step would be to work on the scene at hand for that night. Okay, I'll just read this to help. A play. This is called a play in 2 acts, written by Cole Spivey, setting townhouse built in 1969, Fort Worth, Texas, sometimes in the summer of 2023. Okay, sometime in the summer of 2023. Dramatist persona. I'm going to leave the S because he talks about time travel. So sometimes in the summer of 2023. Now, Ash, the writer, he coughs occasionally from Fort Worth, ripped blue jeans, Walmart style dress shirt, New Balance running shoes, thick metal wristwatch with silver futuristic wristband. The wristwatch glows occasionally after he coughs. Sniffles, also known as Snickles, the alcoholic. She coughs a bit more. She wears a fast food outfit, bright colors, and a symbol of hamburger where the name badge goes. Cheap Snickers, off-brand titles, Streetwise Genius on the sides. I want to say the Streetwise Genius, so there's cheap sneakers. Those are the type you wear. Off-brand titled, okay? So we can do a little thing here. Streetwise Genius on the sides, okay? Colon is fine, or semicolon will work. The idea here is maybe we can read that from the front of the house, maybe not. Maybe the actor knows it's there. So these sneakers say Streetwise Genius. I don't know if they exist. We don't have to have them, but I'd like it, okay? It's because of how she is. So she wears a fast food outfit, bright colors, and symbol of a hamburger where the name badge goes. We know what a name badge is. It's bright colors, right? And a symbol of a hamburger where the name badge goes. Okay, so she's a fast food worker. Edmund is just a domestic pet cat, feline meow. He's actually a stray at one point, but we see him as domestic because he's pretty much domestic by the time he comes in. He may have stayed at another person's place. We don't know the notes. I'll stress this and we'll move on, and I'm just going to scroll through the rest of the characters. Notes for Edmund: the cat can be played by a human or trained feline, or the cat can be invisible. If the cat is chosen to be invisible, then the actors must use mime to interact with the cat. If the cat is played by a human, then the actor must wear a cat costume with tail and makeup applied accordingly to reveal feline characteristics with the realistic whiskers and such. If the cat is played by a person, any gender of actor will do. It is up to the director to choose the method of how the pet cat is played. And then we have the other characters. I know there's a copyright Nazi. He's full Nazi uniform. That's the imagination of the writer. But it's also a possibility that he could have been a time traveler. He talks about being a time traveling Nazi. Cash Gordon, he's a real vlogger, only his real name is Cash Jordan on YouTube. I mentioned YouTube is mentioned in the play. Security guard, anyone will do. Voice, any voice will do. The lights have not fully, okay. I'm glad I did this because it's the word risen. So the lights have not fully risen. Dark stage, a voice is heard from a loudspeaker. Night, there's a reason to lights, though the lights have not fully risen. Speaking fast. That's kind of how I work. All right, and then we're gonna do the scroll. The scroll took a little longer this time, but you guys can stop and start it anytime you want to and read. You should be able to. If you've got a pretty good TV, or if you guys are on your phone, it should work. I do this all the time. Also, another thing, if you have a smartphone, feel free to just watch it on your smartphone. This is a David Lynch film. I do love Lynchian stuff. If you got a big screen TV, you should still be able to pause it and read as you go. I love reading. I have a little reading spot, you know, right over there by my couch. I got a Sam Shepard play. I love 7 plays. I'm reading Red Cross, and I read 1400,000 just the other day. I do use a blue light in this. It comes from the modem, though. It comes from a 6-foot modem that Ash has in his apartment. It's not a fancy apartment. It doesn't have to be run down and rustic, but it doesn't have to be the nicest thing on the block. Okay, we're gonna read the sign. We're gonna read the scene, and then we're gonna go ahead and start editing for the night. Thank you. Did he get behind there?
Over there.
Oh, he's hiding right there.
Hey, stupid sheep doesn't fit over there.
I know, he's okay. Here's his condo, his cat condo right there.
He can hide in there. I want him hiding.
On here, the townhome's interior must look like a realistic townhome with brand new appliances, including microwave and fridge, new wooden window blinds, fall wood floors, and new window curtains. A circular and flat light fixture hangs from the ceiling over the table. A brown bladed ceiling fan with golden speed switch, lit kit fitter, and glass frames and golden decorative housing hangs above the center recliner chair. This part we changed to a brown bladed ceiling fan with golden speed switch, lit kit fitter, and glass frames and golden decorative housing hangs above the center and plain brown puffy recliner chair. Change that to light kit fitter. So it's a brown bladed ceiling fan with golden speed switch, light kit fitter, and glass frames and golden decorative housing hangs above a center and plain brown puffy recliner chair. That should be the right there. So it's a brown bladed ceiling fan with golden speed switch, light kit fitter, and glass frames, and golden decorative housing hangs above the center and plain brown puffy recliner chair. So it's recliner chairs in the middle. Here we have there's a 68-inch flat screen television set with the word Samsung at the bottom center of the frame. Remote control rests under the center of the body of the TV set and at times on the recliner arm. Center of the body of the TV set and at times on the recliner's arm. The center of the body of the TV set and at times on the recliner's armrest. To Strasbourg.
That's why people get killed.
To Strasbourg. It's okay, I understand it's real, but let's tone down the Strasbourg. All right, y'all have a good night. That's how we do the look away. So it can be done on stage. So we would be comfortable with the cat on the set. And then it would be a mock audience for a while. So you could hear the audience breathing and the smells. And he'd be fed, he would sleep, and the audience would probably have to stay. Or the paid audience, there would be a paid audience to help him. Not a lot, maybe starting off with 2 or 3 and then moving it up to 4 or 5 in the audience and then moving it up to 100. Or they can volunteer, but they'd be on the vlog, so they'd be like extras. And possibly be paid. And Whoops, are we excited? And then by the time for the performance, he would be used to audience. That's one way. The other way, of course, is to hire an actor to play in a costume. And then the third is the cat would be invisible and you would just mime the cat. The only thing is you have to realize this is like, I would run all three, not at the same time, but on different evenings. So you could choose when you bought a ticket holder, you would choose which performance you'd want to see. They'd be like, oh, you want to see, you want a night of the real cat? Would you want a night of the invisible cat? Would you want a night of the actor playing the cat? Like, who's the actor playing the cat? I don't know, we got Jennifer Lawrence this night. Okay. That could be a selling point. And you can have, on a run, a whole year, you can have more than one actress or actor portray a part. Now, with the cat, it can be male or female. Do you see what I'm saying? So, it could be anyone that shows interest in the part. What did I say? What did I say? Yo. He's turning into Jesse Pinkman, whatever his name is. Jump off. Yo, cat, yo. Seriously. And I just sit there. It's exploring beyond the condo. Let me tell you something about you and your little scams. You do not go in the center of there. He also comes over here to the couch and claws the couch so that he can get his claws sharp enough to do that. You can do it with this type of material. That's why they need that material. It's better for their claws. This sharpens their claws. And then you get something like that. Is that fun? Is that fun, kitty? Is that fun? What are we doing? You like to rub your whiskers on that? Behind all the mechanics? Huh? Talking. What were you chewing on earlier? Huh? What were you chewing on? Earlier. Open your mouth. Little piece of plastic? Where'd you find it? Why don't you chew on that? Right there. Right here. Why don't you chew on that? Okay. Lights out, lights up. Front door opens on its own. Ash and Sniffles walk in. He coughs, she coughs. His wristwatch blinks and then begins to glow and then blinks. Remember, I'm not going back out for beer or cigarettes. The wristwatch stops glowing. Okay, dear. She walks around and goes back. Okay. Goes to back room. She burps. Then we hear the sound of a dresser being opened. She walks back wearing boxer shorts and a muscle shirt. She digs through a cloth shopping bag. A dog in the neighbor's patio begins barking for 30 seconds or so. She stands there imitating the dog barking. Lights down. Cut.